Hello YouTube! Today I want to talk to you about things that you should know before visiting LA. Now this isn't going to be a what to do in LA type of video. I think there's too much to say on that topic. It depends on so many different things. I might do a video like that, but for now I just want to do a very practical one about what you need to know before visiting Los Angeles, California. And I'm doing this video because I have my family coming in for the first time after I've struggled for 6 years inviting them non-stop. They're finally coming to visit me this fall. So I'm having a lot of conversations with them about what Los Angeles is like and what they should expect. So I thought this is information that might be useful to other people. So let's make a YouTube video. Okay, number one, Los Angeles is a huge city and it's extremely spread out, and all the attractions and things you'll most likely want to do are very spread out. It's not a walkable place. It is a city in which you need to have a car. So unless you're coming here because you have family here or you have friends, so there's someone that can drive you around to places, I recommend you rent a car. If you go and you make reservations ahead of time, you might get a good deal. Anyway, it's a way better deal than what you would end up paying if you just Ubered or used Lyft or taxis everywhere. First of all, it's not one of those cities where you see taxis anymore. It's not like at the street corner you can just hail a cab. It doesn't work that way. Almost everybody just uses Uber or Lyft. But it's very expensive because it's so spread out. I mean, you could go from where I live in downtown Los Angeles, you might want to go to Beverly Hills and it might be $40 just one way. From Beverly Hills, you might want to go to Malibu, and that's depending on traffic, that must be another $35, another $40 or so. They always have price surges during holidays or rush hour, so then they up the price, so it could be double that. So it's not doable. I'm just gonna go out on a limb. If you're watching a video about Los Angeles on YouTube, you may not be a billionaire, because if you were super rich, you'd probably have your personal assistant take care of everything and make all the arrangements. No, it's way too expensive. It can add up easily to a few $100s a day, whereas with a few $100s you could rent out a car for a week, 10 days, depending on what kind of deal you found. I know a lot of people get discouraged about driving in Los Angeles. They hear that, oh, the traffic is so bad and it's very hard to drive in. I don't know where this is coming from, because as a European, these people here have not seen traffic. I mean, Los Angeles was built for cars. It has a great infrastructure. Like there's big streets and big boulevards. It's the highways. Everything is so well structured. It's so simple to read the signs, to know in what lane you should be. Google Maps and Waze and any other GPS apps, they work very well. They have a great understanding of the city. It's very easy to drive in. It's also very easy to find parking. There's a lot of parking. There is free street parking, there is meter parking that works with quarters but also works with your credit card. There are parking lots where you pay to park your car. There is valet service, because there's always something around a hotel or a restaurant, so there is always parking. And if all else fails, if you just go away from the main street that you're on a little bit and go more towards the residential, just like on the side streets where there's apartment buildings or homes, you'll always find street parking. Just read the signs correctly, but you'll always find street parking, free street parking. Okay, so in conclusion, just rent a car. It's a huge city, you need it. You will not get by with just using public transportation. Uber or Lyft will cost you a fortune. Don't worry about driving in LA, don't worry about parking in LA. Just get a good deal on renting a car, because you will need it. Okay, number two, let's talk about the weather. Everybody thinks about Los Angeles as this always sunny, always warm city, and it's not. Actually, this year it's been really cold. We had a warm January and February, and ever since it's been really cold out. But even in the summertime, even when temperatures hit 90, maybe close to 100 degrees, at night it's still cold. Cold, not to the point where I just need a long sleeve shirt. No, cold to the point you need a leather jacket on. I've lived in Los Angeles for 6 years now. During the summers, I can count maybe 5 to 6 days each summer where it's hot also at night. Usually it does not matter how hot it was during the day, at night it gets cold. So make sure to pack at least one warm jacket. I hope that you won't need it. Maybe you'll be here right at that time where it's peak heat. I doubt it, so pack a jacket. Since we're a little bit on the topic of wardrobe, don't worry too much about what you'll pack for your trip to Los Angeles, unless you're a fashion blogger or you want really pretty pictures for your Instagram. Nobody cares about fashion in LA. I mean, people are very relaxed. It's the most normal thing to see people wearing flip-flops all around town. I condone it, but I have seen people going to see a theater play wearing flip-flops. Like, it's that relaxed. Nobody cares. Don't worry about what you wear. Don't worry about bringing your nicest things. It's an extremely relaxed place. And even in very high-end restaurants, it's still okay to be dressed casual. I mean, nice, put together, but casual. So don't worry too much about where you're gonna pack. You'll be fine whatever you decide to bring with you. Okay, number 4. I think this is 4. How do I lose track of stuff so fast? I hope it's 4, because otherwise it's gonna ruin the whole counting on this video. Always have a photo ID with you, and the reason for that is that in California, I'm not sure if in the whole of the US, but in California, you are legally allowed to start drinking at age 21. So when you go to a club, let's say, they will check your ID to see if you are of legal age to be in that club that serves alcohol. Now, you may say, well, I'm in my 30s or I'm in my 50s. The thing is, they still check. Even if you're clearly into your 40s, for example, they'll still want to see your ID. Not only that, you might think, like, I don't care about going to clubs, but you might want to go to certain bars. Now, even if they're the relaxed type of bars that are just outdoor seating and like a nice patio, chill vibes, there might still be security at the entrance, and security will still want to see your ID. If you go into a supermarket and you want to buy alcohol, the cashier will need to see your ID. It doesn't matter that you look way older than them. It doesn't matter that you look like you have grandkids. They want to see your ID. Not only that, there's like a lot of buildings for which you need to show a form of ID for you to go in. For example, when I go to see my chiropractor, the lady at the entrance makes me sign in and wants to see my ID. She doesn't scan it, she doesn't take a picture of it, she doesn't even cross-reference to see, like, is this the same name she wrote or when she checked in. She just needs to see it. So always have a photo ID with you. That might ruin your whole trip. Like I said, LA is really spread out. So if you went from Hollywood all the way to, I don't know, Universal Studio, and you don't have your ID when you get there, to come back home to get it, that's just gonna ruin your whole day. So just make sure when you pick up your wallet, when you pick up your handbag, always make sure that you have your ID in it. It might be more important than making sure you have your keys. Like, that's fine, we can get a locksmith to come faster than it would take you to go back home and grab your ID. So just have a photo ID with you, passport, whatever. Okay, number 5, taxes added at the end. So if you've never been to America before, you will find that the prices that you see on a menu in a restaurant, the prices you see on the shelves in the supermarkets, the prices you see on clothes in a retail store is not what you're gonna find at checkout, because the tax is added at the end. So let's say you're buying a t-shirt that is $15, you'll probably pay around $17, $18 with taxes, and that'll show at the end, just so that you're not surprised. I know that this isn't how things are done everywhere else in the world, so just so you know that the price won't match what you see at checkout. Number 6, I'm sure all of you already know this, but just in case, 911 is the number for emergency calls. 911 isn't only the number you call when you need the police. 911 is also the number you call when you need the fire department and when you have a medical emergency and you need an ambulance to be sent right away. 911, remember that phone number. Also for local information, it's 311. If you're on a tight budget, and in case you have never heard about this, in America there are 2 brands that are very popular. They are the 99-cent store and the Dollar Tree store, the dollar store. So these 2 stores You can tell by their name, 99 cents. Everything in the store is 99 cents, and the dollar store, everything is $1. They have locations spread out throughout all the city. The 99-cent store, I know for sure, also has food, also has produce for cheap. The Dollar Tree, I don't think so, but they all have snacks. They have toiletries, cleaning supplies, everything you need. They might even have things like totes and flip-flops and just anything basic that you need and you do not want to spend a lot of money, food included. Go find one of these stores, 99 cents or Dollar Tree stores. They are absolutely everywhere. Just put it in your Google Maps and you'll see where the closest location is. So when I came to America, I opened the bank account so that I can have a card, a debit card. But when I would go into a supermarket, for example, and at cashier, they would ask debit or credit. Sometimes instead of credit or debit, they would ask credit or cash. But they still meant credit or debit. They did not mean bills. So it was very confusing. I remember the first few times when they were like credit or cash, and debit card? I know it might seem very obvious to some of you, but it was confusing for me. I am trying to explain this to my family as well. We're also going through what credit cards are accepted here, and for sure you cannot fail with a Visa or a MasterCard. Also, LA is a very modern city, so in a lot of places you will find that they let you pay with Apple Pay. If you use an iPhone, you will know what I'm talking about. So, since we're at the topic, you don't really need cash, so don't worry about the changing your currency. As long as you have a card with you, you're fine. People in Los Angeles only use cash for tipping. You know, tipping the valet, tipping the car wash guy. You don't need to have cash on hand, so don't worry about it. If anything, it's a little inconvenient because if you go and you pay at the store with cash, they have to take every single bill and look at it or put it through the machine one by one just to make sure they're not counterfeit. So just use your debit or credit card. Whatever number we're at, there are no mosquitoes in Los Angeles unless you're going to very green areas. So let's say you're going for a walk around Griffith Park, or you're going for a hike somewhere very leafy, then you will find that there are mosquitoes. But if you don't plan on having those types of activities, you do not need to worry about mosquito bites, which is such a win because I am mosquitoes' favorite snack. I could be at a table with 20 people and I'm the only one that gets bit. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I eat a lot of sugar and like my blood is sweeter, or I've heard a lot of myths. I don't know what it is. They just really, really like me. Another very important thing you should know about Los Angeles is that it has a very health-oriented culture about it, and you can definitely see that in the food that you will find walking the streets of Los Angeles. So for example, in other cities, maybe like New York City, you will find that every street corner, every block has the hot dog vendor, there's a pizza place everywhere, maybe a kebab place. In Los Angeles, every street corner will have a freshly squeezed juice and smoothie bar. Every block you'll find a salad bar. Everywhere you look, there will be food trucks that have acai bowls in it. You'll see the ice cream truck and it'll be vegan ice cream. Like that, it's a big thing in Los Angeles. People want to be healthy, people want to look good. It's very easy to eat healthy in Los Angeles. It's very easy to find food no matter what your dietary restrictions are. If you're a vegetarian, if you're gluten-free, don't worry about it. We have it all. That's kind of all we have. Okay, so since dieting and working out go hand in hand, obviously people in Los Angeles like to also keep in great shape. Los Angeles is a daytime city, so if you're worried about how you're going to incorporate your exercise routine into your visit to Los Angeles, if you're that type of person, don't worry about it. It's very easy because some of the things you want to do are going to be a workout in themselves. Like for example, you will want to go on one of the famous hikes, most famous hiking trails that we have in Los Angeles. For example, like Runyon Canyon. That's one of the most famous ones and one of the best hiking trails. You might want to take a surfing lesson. You might want to go play basketball. You might want to go swimming in the ocean. It's cold, but you might want to. Los Angeles has great golf courses, also by the beach, Santa Monica, Venice Beach. It's very easy to rent a bicycle and just pedal on down the shore. Now, I don't want anybody to feel like I am patronizing them. I don't want anybody to feel insulted, but this is something that I need to mention. This is a conversation I'm going to have with my family prior to their coming. My family has had the good fortune to be able to travel a lot, so they have been exposed to a lot, but this is still a very delicate topic. So I want to tell you what I'm going to tell them, and that is that Los Angeles is a very LGBTQ friendly city. It is not okay to stare, nudge, laugh at, or roll your eyes when you see two women kissing, when you see two men holding hands, when you see a man dressed like a woman, or the other way around. Here we are very accepting, we're very open-minded, we embrace everybody. All we want is that people are the best version of themselves, and that people are happy with who they truly are. People in Los Angeles encourage others to be themselves, to come out of the closet, whatever their closet is. So you have to understand that before coming to Los Angeles. If you've never been exposed to these things, this is how it is over here. And what your personal beliefs are doesn't matter. This is just how it is in Los Angeles, and if you're visiting, you have to adapt. Still on the topic of delicate issues, another thing I have to tell you to avoid when you are in Los Angeles is discussing politics. Americans are very patriotic and they are very loyal to their political beliefs. It's very hard to change someone's mind generally, but to try to change someone's mind on something as complex as politics is just a waste of time. So just don't get into it. Don't try patronizing, don't try to tell them how it could be better, or how where you're from, this is how it's done, and like, people don't really want to hear it. Just have a good time, talk about the weather, ask for tips on where to go, what you should visit, where you should eat. Just avoid politics at all costs. And if someone tries to engage you in a political conversation, do your best to give like a plain answer and just move on. Redirect the conversations, because spirits can get very heated very fast. So Los Angeles is a daytime city, which means that everything closes at 2 a.m. Everything, clubs, bars, restaurants. There are venues that are open later than 2 a.m., but they are not allowed to serve alcohol. So they may be strip clubs, they may be karaoke joints, but everything closes at. One very cool thing that I advise you to check out before you're coming to Los Angeles is the website called Groupon. I think they also have an app. You go on Groupon, you search for Los Angeles, and you will find amazing deals for everything. They're like digital coupons for anything you would want, from actually even hotels and renting cars, but most importantly to the experiences that you want to have in Los Angeles. So you will find deals on dining at some of the nicest restaurants. You will find deals on activities such as snorkeling, surfing classes in Venice Beach, wine tasting events in Malibu, discount tickets to local music festival, huge discounts on acting classes, huge discounts for a lesson at the firing range, huge discount tickets for things that you would have wanted to do in Los Angeles anyway, like certain museums. Everything is on Groupon, so it would be such a waste of money and such a shame really if you wouldn't check it out before coming to Los Angeles. If you're not checking it out because of the deals, let's say you're doing so well financially, you do not need the discounts, at least do it for all the ideas you get from there. They are always advertising what shows are in town, concerts, block parties, all kinds of fun things to do in Los Angeles. So Groupon.com. And the last thing I believe you should know and embrace and make peace with is the fact that a lot of the things you were maybe dreaming about visiting and seeing are going to be underwhelming. A lot of the things that are poeticized on TV, places like Rodeo Drive, or in Hollywood, the Walk of Fame, seeing the Hollywood sign, they're not going to be that wow. It's more likely going to be like, so this is it. So make sure you do your research. Go online and see exactly what Los Angeles has to offer. I'm gonna think about doing a video like that. It would have to be a long video because depending on what type of person you are and what you're interested in, you might care more about museums, or you might care more about fun parties and festivals. You might care more about wine tastings. You might care more about surfing and skydiving and all the cool things that Los Angeles has to offer. But just do your research before. See what do you want to see and what do you want to experience. Los Angeles is mostly a city that you want to experience. Los Angeles is more of a lifestyle city. Focus more on activities. Focus more on the things that you want to experiment. You want to go down the coast and see little places, little beach type cities that are so charming, like Hermosa Beach and Huntington Beach. You might want to spend the whole day in Venice Beach. I do have a whole video on Venice Beach. I have some videos on downtown, but I do have a video on Venice Beach and everything that is worth seeing there, from Abbot Kinney, the most popular street with all the nicest shops, to the Venice canals. That's why it's called Venice. People don't seem to know that, but that's why it's called Venice, because it has canals. So much to do. So I'll link that video down below, and you can check out my YouTube channel for all the other videos that I've done. I've done quite a few on just stuff that you can do around LA. Thank you so much for watching. If you found any of this useful at all, or if you just enjoyed watching me, please like and please subscribe. I am thinking about doing more Los Angeles related videos, and if that's something that interests you, please subscribe and hit the notification button also, so that you know when I have uploaded a new one. I promise I'll try to post more and more often and better quality content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Mwah.